Marc Márquez wins the inevitable 2025 title, but what does this represent for MotoGP and for Marc Márquez? To answer that, let's go back in time a little to 2019 more specifically, the year of his 6th MotoGP championship and 8th world title overall. After years of success with Honda, things would change, and in Spain in 2020, a series of crashes began to threaten his career. It all started with a fall in which he fractured his right arm. Marc even tried to return to racing a week later, but gave up upon realizing he wasn't in condition to compete. That year was already lost for Márquez, who only returned to winning ways in 2021 at the German GP, in an extremely difficult year where he lost confidence in the bike. In 2022, the situation wasn't much better. Marc suffered an impressive high-side crash in Indonesia, which brought back a recurring issue of double vision that had already affected him previously. In the same year, but after the Italian GP, he underwent another surgery. After these tough years with Honda, Márquez announced in 2023 at the Indonesian GP that he would move to Ducati's satellite team Gresini in 2024. That move had the clear goal of reaching the factory team by 2025, though many saw this as a gamble that might force him into early retirement. But time proved that Marc Márquez still had plenty of fuel left in the tank. With a strong 2024 season and his historic comeback and dominance in 2025, this stands out as one of the greatest stories of resilience in motorsport and in sport overall. Now, speaking specifically about the race that secured him the title on Sunday, September 28th, the Spanish Ducati rider clinched his 7th MotoGP championship with 5 rounds to spare, finishing second in the race won by his teammate Francesco Bagnaia, who, by the way, dominated the weekend, something that hadn't happened in quite some time. The Italian started from pole position and controlled the race from start to finish, despite a late scare when smoke started coming out of his Ducati's exhaust. Here's the podium and top 10 of the main race. Francesco Bagnaia in first, Marc Márquez in second, and Joan Mir in third. Marc Márquez's championship was secured with one of the most dominant campaigns in MotoGP history. But this title represents more. It's a comeback for Márquez, who hadn't won a championship since 2019. Between the 2019 and 2025 titles, 2,184 days passed, during which the rider faced serious adversities. 4 surgeries on his right arm and 1 on his shoulder. 108 crashes since 2019. 30 races missed due to injuries. Problems with double vision. Márquez becomes the first rider to win a MotoGP title with a 6-year gap between championships. He is also the 4th different rider to win with Ducati in the modern era, joining Casey Stoner, Francesco Bagnaia, and Jorge Martin. So what do you think of Marc Márquez's season so far? Leave your comment, drop a like, and follow me for more MotoGP content.